You just tuned it in. Global and worldwide. Hitting you on the one with no delay. Because it's the Fighter's Voice. The Fighter's Voice. With your fighting host, Richard Ortiz. And the formidable co-host, Mr. Cole Escobedo. Remember, every fighter has a voice.
And so do you in Fresno, California. Mad Productions and Entertainment, the Fighter's Voice Knockout Radio Show. The only voice that matters, knocking out the competition. We have a great show for you tonight rather. Welcome to the Fighter's Voice. All you listeners, you streamers and followers, we appreciate you. We got some great topics coming up. We got co-host. I want to call him co-host, the C-O-L-E host. The co-host.
Dude, people are going to mess that up and start calling me the whole host. Don't do that.
They're
going to mess that up.
We're not going to mess it up. We're going to continue to reinvent you. And speaking of reinvent you, I'm going to jump right into it. Did you know, ladies and gentlemen, that Cole Escobedo has a book? It's out. But because of the Fighter's Voice, he's going to re-release that book in 2019, add 2 chapters to it, and I'm happy because he's going to add the Fighter's Voice lifestyle. That's part of his journey. Now, before we even get started, in collaborations with the Fighter's Voice, Mad Productions and Entertainment in Fresno, California. If you want it done right, you come over here and we're right off the Shaw. Give us a call because we can do it all. Yes, we are playing basketball and standing tall. You know, I got a little feedback because of that one time. Somebody called us a rap video show one time. They did, but that's okay. Well, that's neither here or there. We got a great show for you today. We got Fresno's own, the living legend himself, a.k.a. back in the day, the collector. Now we call him Mr. Dungeon MMA himself, the professional trainer, Mr. Art. And I'm just going to call him Art. Art. You know, like artwork. You know, like continue to grow like an artist, you know? And we got the UFC veteran, the co-host with the most. We got the MMA veteran getting ready to make his comeback. Getting ready to let you know that I'm still here and I'm still bringing it strong. And that's Marc. I don't want to say Marc Anthony, ladies. That's Marc. Cruz is in the house. He'll be competing December 7th at the fairgrounds. Somebody thinks they're taking him down. I was overhearing a conversation on the way over here. He said, there's no way that's happening. But enough said. Let's knock out those bills, Cole. Keep the lights on.
Well, they do look nice.
They look nice. The studio looks nice, man. The studio looks nice. And that energy drink is kind of getting to me.
Is it kicking in?
Yeah, it's kicking in,
we
man.
hadn't noticed.
They're all on steroids.
Just a little bit, man.
Yeah, but no, like you were saying, man, helping us keep the lights on and the mics lit. It's Dying Breed Apparel. Remember they brought us this new hat? I like it. It's in my back seat right
Bobby
now.
Salazar.
Dude, no.
I was just talking to Larry on the way.
I thought that was the
and he said everybody liked their stuff. Actually, that's your beanie cap in the back there.
They got that gray one that they gave me.
Yeah.
It's in my car right now. My kid was like, oh, dude, I like the back of that hat because he likes the trucker hat backs.
Oh, okay.
So Dying Breed Apparel. You guys are always cool hooking us up with that stuff.
Larry, what's up?
Bobby Salazar's as always. The salsa.
Yeah.
Chips and
it's in the refrigerator. Well, you know what? I didn't want to bring today because we got a trainer and we got a fighter. That's not fair.
That's not.
And they're competing pretty. I know it is.
I can eat. They can't. That's not my fault, man.
No, that's right.
Always helping get ink. Red Wave Ink. They got their logo right there. Remember, guys, 10% off. It's Rico, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. 10%
Mention the
off.
Fighter's
Mention
Voice.
The Fighter's Voice to give you 10% off. Hit up Rico. He'll get you guys squared away. And they have art, like art. Like it's an art gallery as well. So you like something you see on Skin, you thought, man, that looked really cool in my apartment or my house. There you go. Also, guys, we've got the Mad Loation doing the Mad Studios production as always, guys. It's sounding so good. This is where we do it. Commercials, you've seen them on TV, like casino commercials, car commercials. Chances are it's probably been shot with him. So KP shoots a lot of stuff, guys. Don't take it for granted. Fitness-wise, we've got Coach B with Batcave Boxing. Remember, Instagram, make an appointment at Coach B 1971. That's how you make an appointment. Just don't waste his time.
That was a great interview, by the way. You got a lot of likes and a lot of listeners and a lot of streamers. I mean, you killed it on that interview.
Well, Coach B makes it easy. He makes it easy. He's smooth like butter, so he makes it easy. That's all we're doing.
You know what somebody said? Hey, Richard, did you notice that Cole got most of the views and the likes? And I said, it doesn't matter. What matters is the Fighter's Voice got most of the views and the likes.
That's
why we share the love right there.
That's what matters. The logo's out there.
That's it.
Brand's out
That's
there.
it. That's all good.
Who else is helping us? Oh, we've also got a couple new guys that we picked up too. We've got the doctor. We've got Dr. Batista and Dr. Guzman. Guys like Marc here, other guys that we bring on. If you need medicals, neuros, all the stuff that you have to get a license to fight, because they've taxed another thing. In order to do that, you need licensing. To get the right medical licenses, go see Dr. Peraza and Dr. Goodman. It's going to be North Fresno Primary Care. They've been our new associates for that. Pick them up as a sponsor. And always Miles Harris Esquire. If you need a real lawyer, I mean like a real lawyer, like I'm in a lot of trouble, boss, I'm not coming to work for a while kind of trouble.
Yeah.
Violent crimes, guns, gangs, charges, DUIs, child custody, the really ugly stuff. You know, the stuff that lawyers are just like, I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah, but he embraces it.
He does it. He knocks it out of the park.
Yes, he
That's
does.
what he does.
Yes,
He's
he
not
does.
just a lawyer who dabbles in this dangerous stuff. It's the dangerous stuff is what he deals with. The real hard cases is what he deals with. So when you're in real trouble, hit up Miles Harris Esquire. They've got, what is it, Miles Defend Me, Fresno.com, I think is, or @.com is their email.
Absolutely.
They're over on Kern Street. They're downtown. He's got an office. Come check them out today.
Yeah, and you know what? Drink responsibly. Do not drink and drive. Also, thumbs up for Richie.
Now,
Productions
you
and
get it. I was
promotion.
waiting for it.
Always.
All that energy
Forever.
drink I was
That's
waiting, I was like,
why
it's gonna
we're
bounce out of him.
It's
Oh,
kicking. I was
yeah.
on 99 and it's just, I
Well,
just
dude,
take it
it's the
right
second I look over your shoulder, I see it. It's always there. I'm never gonna miss it. I can see you waiting. I can see you waiting.
Do you?
And then boom, the
I
energy
like the way,
kicks in.
I like the way you see it.
I just like watching you pop them both up.
Oh, dude,
I just boom. It's just I like watching it.
That's right, man.
It's
Hey,
there.
There it is. And listen, we're going to give a ticket giveaway today. We're going to give away 4 tickets to a big show that's happening December 7th, Save Mart Center, Fresno, California. We're bringing it. I know you guys have seen the advertisement. I know you heard the hype. I know you know the contenders that are being there. We got some locals that will be competing from Porterville, from Fresno, from Australia, from down under, down everywhere, and down even in the underwear. But they're getting down here in Fresno, California. They're making it happen. Not for me, for you, the listeners, the streamers. And we're a big part of that. I'm proud of the whole team because the whole team is a part of that.
Dude, I like that.
That's great.
You know he sits at home in front of the mirror and just practices this stuff. Just comes up with what he can and goes, that sounded good, okay. And just gets himself going. Like he has to. Like I can see him doing it.
He's a natural though.
I know. That's why I can see him doing that. Like you do that in the morning, don't you?
No.
That's how you get your brain going, huh?
He did it when we were hanging out.
Oh, we did? Okay,
Itachi.
okay, we can talk about that on,
Okay.
not on the radio show, on the podcast, we'll talk about that.
Okay.
That sounds
Hey,
like a
Save that for a Wednesday.
No,
yeah, that's a podcast
Listen.
story. That's a doozy.
Exactly. Hey, you guys, this is just a teaser right here. This is just a sample because we're going to go off here in a little bit. But if you want to catch us, subscribe to the channel, www.youtube.com/The Fighter's Voice. We're going to go live on YouTube in January in 2019. We're about to launch some new things right here. But if I give it to you all right now, then you won't subscribe. You won't watch us. But we got a great show, like I said. We got 2 combatants right here. Are you making sign language at me? Okay. We got some great things coming up right here. But enough said. Let's introduce our guest who'll be competing December 7th at the fairgrounds, Mr. Marc Cruz. What's happening, my man? Woo! Give it up.
Man, thank you for having me on the show. I
Oh,
really
absolutely.
appreciate
Our
this.
pleasure, man. Our pleasure.
I'm always humbled by the opportunities to be a part of something like this. This is really cool.
Wow, man. Speaking of being part of something like this, what used to be the first event that it's Fight to Win, right? That
Yeah,
they're
Fight to Win Pro.
Okay.
It's basically the first time they're bringing a show like this to the Central Valley.
Nice.
And man, there is quite the competitors.
There's like a new match
On
announced
this.
like almost every day. I
Oh man, they're like putting some crazy matches together.
Yeah, yeah.
Matches
Dude, they
that-
should have called it like Bad Dudes or something. Because every time you see the, and you do the background on them, because I like to look up their names, all these guys, there's no easy fight there. Everybody's evenly matched.
Yeah, they're all heavily pedigreed background.
Yeah.
That's why every time I see another
Most,
match,
I would say 99% of them are just perfectly matched.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Is there any special rules? Like I don't want to see Martinez hugging someone the whole time. Like is there like I don't want to see he's over there playing Pokemon on his phone and stuff while he's in the mid match. Like okay, I take it back. If he starts busting that out, I'll be excited. I'll be super stoked. Is it gonna be all gi?
No, there's some that are no gi and some are gi.
Okay.
So it's really depend on the fighter's discretion,
match.
and then once they decided what they wanted to do, then they find them a matchup in that element.
So what's your match? Are you one
I
of
chose
these?
gi
Okay.
this time because I just came off of competing over at the SCJF Worlds, which is kind of secondary to the IBJJF as far as like
Rules
yeah,
and
yeah,
and
like.
consistency of event kind of thing.
Yeah, and then people more prestigious. I think the
Yeah.
IBJJF, people consider that a little bit more prestigious. But anyhow, it was still. I mean, there's a lot of heavy competitors there, and it was a lot of fun. I had fun. I just did a huge cut, so this weight class I went up a little bit, and it's not as bad as the pay cut I just did a couple weeks ago. So.
Okay, because I was noticing when I saw you last at the fights at Tachi Wells, give a shout out Tachi, Richard Goodman, you look trim, you look fight ready, and I was thinking, and I didn't know you were competing until I saw the poster. I'm like, what the heck, this guy didn't even tell me anything. And that's when I looked you up, I said, dude, I gotta get you on. We gotta make room to get you on. So tell us about your background and tell us about how that cut was and now you're comfortable at this weight.
My background. Oh man, shoot. actually looked up to this guy. I met him when I first started.
Everybody looks up to him.
Yeah.
Everybody looks
Cole-
up to him except for
Cole-
somebody that I was talking to today, and that's Poppy Martinez.
Cole-
Sarah, Monty, what's up, buddy?
Why am I
Thanks
not-
for tuning in.
Why am I not surprised?
Yeah.
I started in like 2001, 2000, and I had been looking for jiu-jitsu like way beyond that. When I was in the military, and seen like the first couple of UFCs, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Then I found a guy that was teaching, and it was a core group of guys. And it's funny because those core group of guys are all now black belts and have their own dojos and schools and stuff. And at any rate, I came up to PMA, the very first one back in the day, and I remember watching Cole go against one of the guys that I was training with at the time. And man, they had an awesome,
Just got their wings.
an awesome no-gi match, dude. And I was
Wow.
like, man, that's gonna be me one day. I'm gonna compete like that. And I'm really honored to be here with Cole. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
No, that's what's up, man. I mean,
High
people don't know the
five.
legendary of Cole. And they don't even know
the legend.
Hey, well, Cole, you were once a guest on The Fighter's Voice. Remember that?
Yeah.
And it was a great show. I remember
It was
that.
fun, man.
And I can't remember the question because you go, great question. What was it again? I don't know. It just started flowing and I forgot. But remember, I was asking you questions
It's like
back in the day.
fine wine, right?
Yeah.
What's even better is watching some of him and some of the other guys started getting into the MMA scene when it first started. I was like, man, I just started jiu-jitsu. I'm a blue belt. I want to see how I want to see how this works in a real fight. I'm gonna do MMA fight. I just
What better
decided,
way?
There you go.
What better way?
There you
Go and
go.
try it.
Hey, you know what? Not to interrupt you. Speaking of real fight, what's the story you and your dude were talking about? Something about a fight. And I was ear hustling that day. It was you and he used to be a competitor with you. Now he's an official.
Oh, Steve Ramirez?
Yes, Steve. What's up, my man?
Yeah, Steve Ramirez.
CSAC, Steve?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, this is becoming...
4-second knockout.
Yeah,
Steve?
yeah. 4 second
We can keep
knockout,
rolling.
Steve.
Hey, dude, that guy, that guy can pull a rabbit out of a hat sometimes, I'll tell you. That's a whole nother story, man. We have to
Is
say
it?
that dude.
For the podcast?
I don't know. Do you want me to talk about that?
You know what?
You overheard it, so...
I overheard. That's a podcast story. That's a kick-ass podcast story. We'll be careful with that one.
Okay.
Okay? Because I don't want to get hit by. We got to do things.
Hey!
Yeah, exactly.
It's funny though, because anyhow, like I was saying back to as I was getting into the MMA world, about like fourth fight or something like
Yeah.
that. I took a fight with he's now a friend of mine. I would see him on the street or see him in places like shake hands, give him a hug. I love the guy. We even drink beer afterwards. It was Phil Collins. He was over my weight class, and I wasn't nearly that weight, and he had to cut down, and I was trying to go up in weight, and
Right.
you know how that goes.
Yeah.
So hats off to him. He's tough, and what was cool is he was commentating that fight.
Yeah.
And that's another one of his fine arts and one of his talents that gets overlooked. Because I'm going to say this,
Cole
and
got
I'm
to
going
commentate that.
to
That's awesome.
I'm going to go there. There's a lot of commentators today that have no business behind the mic, no business putting on the headset, and they're at events all the time. We got to get the co-host with the most, co-host would just eat them up.
When I got the DVD of
Yeah.
my fight afterwards, and I was
Yeah.
listening to commentating, usually you hear a bunch of like crap because it's like commentators don't know much what they're talking about.
Right?
Yeah.
But Cole's like textbook and everything. He's like,
Okay.
now it can go either way.
Is
Now
that one I hopped up because I had to corner Jimmy?
I think so.
Yeah, that's that one I was telling you that story where I got up and actually had to corner a guy one time.
Oh, yeah, you
That's
told
that
me.
thing.
You
Yeah,
told me.
Yeah, Chad Mendez was on that card.
Okay.
I mean, there was a bunch of
Yeah.
guys on that card.
Yeah.
Anyhow, after that, I just, during the whole time I was competing in jiu-jitsu anyways, and I just kind of quit. I hung up the MMA at 2009. Not saying that I'm not willing to make a comeback, if the money's right, but at any point,
Richard Goodman, what's up? I know you heard that. Palace coming back.
I've talked to Jacob Jeff about it, but
Did you? And we got, we gotta have,
nobody thinks I'm serious.
hey, we gotta have Jacob on the show. I've talked to him, we hit and miss, but I wanna have him on the show because,
Like
Yes,
you
good
though. I
stories.
mean, there's those guys.
yeah.
There's Legacy. Legacy is run by Ed Suarez. That guy knows what he's doing. There's some organizations that could use a guy.
Okay, well, we'll see.
There's opportunities out there.
At any rate, so I just kept competing jiu-jitsu the whole time, and it's jiu-jitsu stuff. It's not easy, when you start, especially in the older days coming up. You didn't have as much information available because there wasn't YouTube and Google and all this great stuff that you can study it. They didn't have DVDs. It was all VHS.
Mhm.
We were
Trial by error.
we were recording stuff off of VHS. And
Absolutely, rewinding it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And you didn't have too many guys demonstrating, because at that time they were kind of giving away their secrets. I mean, everybody
was pretty
basic
stingy.
stuff.
Yeah, well, exactly.
People were stingy back then.
Yeah, you'd have to like get buddies to like record sessions and stuff, and like
You had to get permission.
get it from their gym and be like, hey, can we record you? And then we just want to practice.
Yeah, you paid like $50 for one VHS tape.
Dude. Hey, man, that's what it was back in the day, man. That's what it was back in the day. Hey, but check this out, man. We're gonna take a commercial break. We're gonna come back. We're gonna bring you back on with the third segment, and we're gonna have Big Mike in studio. This guy is a boxing guru. We're gonna welcome our new guest coming to the show because I can just hear like the crowd roar. So he must have just parked his Rolls Royce right now. And that's Mr. Marc from Dungeon MMA is coming up. This is Rich Ortiz with the Fighter's Voice. Remember, the Fighter's Voice, the only voice that matters, knocking out the competition. I just almost knocked myself out. We'll be right back from commercial break.
Hey guys, it's Cole Train from the Fighter's Voice. Don't forget, if you want to grab yourself a t-shirt, we're giving these away for $25 a piece. Front, back, not going to get just a front logo. This is nice, guys. I'm telling you, $25. Go to our website today. You'll be able to pick one out. You support the show, you support the fans, you support the fighters, and you help show your voice by showing support for the Fighter's Voice, guys. Pick up a t-shirt today.
That's right. The Fighter's Voice, knocking out the competition. The Fighter's Voice, Knockout Radio. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you standing by. We got a great show. Like I said, this is part two to our show. We have a great guest right here, a legendary man himself right here who still has some beatdown in him. But speaking of beatdown, we're going to go to Cole's Beatdown. That's where he's talking about all the topics of what's going on today in the MMA news, in the world of MMA, and just the world of getting beat down.
Getting beat down. And there's been a lot of beat downs.
There is.
We'll cover the main ones. We'll cover the obvious elephant in the room, and then we'll cover some, just kind of quick topic.
Yeah.
The Liddell fight. Well, it's the elephant in the room, so we'll just tackle that right out the gate.
Yeah.
AARP.
It's no, it was a fight that everybody was looking forward to. Chuck's not gonna make excuses. It is what it is. I don't think it went how he would have felt it was. I'm sure there was a reason, and if not, it's just what it was. The only reason I really bring that up is because everyone's making this big old thing. He shouldn't have fought. How could the athletic commission let that happen? Blah 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 blah. Here's the thing: if Chuck had won, nobody would be saying a single word. Some of them might still be like, oh, I don't know, he's still kind of old, it was risky, maybe he shouldn't be doing this, I hope he doesn't take another one. Things like that. But he lost. So everybody's jumping on this bandwagon of, oh, see, you shouldn't have done it. Dude, he doesn't need to hear. First off, he doesn't need to hear that.
No.
He doesn't need to hear that. First off, he needs to hear, dude, bravo, you went out there, you got your butt kicked, but you went out there at that age to put the time and commitment, and just to have the gall to do what is worth risking. Because let's be honest, for anybody at 18, 19, 20, 21, you get dumped on your neck the wrong way, you're done. And that's 19, 20, 21. You get dumped on your neck the wrong way at that age, it's a little different. You can have some real unhealable consequences.
Yeah,
so he knows the risk going in there, and everyone's like, oh, dude, he's a grown-ass man.
Yeah.
He knew what he was getting into. Nobody pushed him in there.
No.
Nobody said, oh, do this.
It was his idea.
It was his idea. They all got together and said it'd be a great idea. It is what it is. But if he had won, nobody would be complaining.
Yeah.
Nobody. So for everyone just giving him grief and all this stuff,
and he's not going to fight for free.
Well, he's not gonna fight
so
for free.
he got a check.
Of course he got paid.
Of course
he got paid. I mean, De La Hoya was probably hoping he would have won because it would have been a more easier marketable sell for them after to pitch something down the road. Maybe like another fight 6 months from now when he's had more time to train and get more in shape and stuff. But it is what it is. Chuck had plenty of time. He knows how much time he had. He knows what he was doing. The whole camp knew what they were doing. Everybody was on board. We even talked to Chris about it. Everybody was on board. Everybody was, this is training to win the fight. This isn't training just to show up and get a paycheck or whatever.
Let me correct you right there. You said Chris. There is no longer Chris.
Honey Badger.
The Honey Badger.
The Honey Badger. My apologies. The Honey Badger.
Please stand corrected.
I do stand corrected. The Honey Badger. He's the kind of guy that'll sit there and go, and he'll go, Chris, and he'll just keep ignoring you.
He'll start poking.
He'll start poking you. And be like, I'm sorry, Honey Badger. Yeah, what'd you need? So he was there. Everybody was on board of this is a serious, it was taken seriously. They weren't there to collect a check. Everybody was like, are you sure you want to do this? Because I guarantee you the second this idea came up, there was a plethora of, hey, let's talk conversations of saying, are you sure you want to do this? Blah, blah, blah. And Chuck got to tell all of them, yeah.
Exactly.
So it was probably only a handful of people because everybody knows Chuck knows if he made that decision, decision was already made.
Yeah.
If you ask him, why are you doing it, he's gonna go, what business is of yours?
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, he's a grown-ass man.
Yes, he is. And speaking of grown men, we got a grown legend in the
Yeah,
house
we
right
do.
here. Art Peraza. I gotta ask you, what's your take on the whole Chuck Liddell, Tito Ortiz? The minute they signed, the outcome, and where we are today.
He looks sexy, by the way.
Oh, he looks like a freaking hitman, dude.
Yeah, he does.
Crazy.
He was, actually, he's a little late because he was signing autographs, and then there was a little somebody doing something back there. You got a little lipstick on your collar, bro. But you're okay. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't know. I really didn't think that fight was going to happen. I mean, then I heard it and I was like, interesting. But I think Cole said it best. He made his own decision. I noticed that Hackelman wasn't in the corner. I don't know the reason for that. Grandmaster Hackelman is part of our system, and that said a lot. But Chuck is a grown man. He made his decision. So one of the things about fighters is that's why they want to have someone close to him to tell him, suggest. But at the end of the day, it's his decision. That's one of the occupational hazards of being a fighter, is that fighter is in them, and they just can't let it go, they just can't walk away. And I don't think he's trying to prove anything to anybody. I think it was just a conquest for himself, to challenge himself.
The project, it was, somebody came and said, hey, do you want to be part of this? Like, that's all he did, because the worst he could have said was, nah, I'm good, I'm done.
Did you notice the conversation after the fight? Ortiz kept making the comment, hey, if you want to stick with us and help us promote, he's using us. He has a stake in this. I can see Tito Ortiz and Chuck Liddell, these two legends, being the face right now, the poster of Oscar De La Hoya, Golden Boy MMA.
I could easily see them both being on the commercial of some kind next.
The minute they shook hands out of respect, why not keep these guys around? Why not keep them around to bring? Exactly.
There's a way big picture.
And we don't have too many options, and if an option falls in your hand, capitalize on that.
I don't think it was so
As far
much-
as marketing.
Yeah, I think it was the right idea, the right ability, the right people were involved, and I think those pieces had to be kind of there for, I think, either Chuck or Tito. I mean, Tito probably signed the second they said who it was. He probably didn't even care. He's like, how much, $1? I'm in.
Yeah.
An opportunity to right a wrong in his mind kind of thing, he's going to jump on it. Chuck, on the other hand, they probably had to have a plethora of things. One of the puzzle pieces, and this is just so people don't make assumptions real quick.
Yeah.
Like you said, I noticed Master Hackelman wasn't there. There's lots of reasons. So before anybody at home realizes that picture and realizes, oh, he wasn't there, he must have done this. I've had fights where I've been in Japan and my corner wasn't there because another fight had been booked weeks before that he.
You told me that story.
Yeah.
You were walking in by yourself.
I was walking by myself because it was last minute. So coach was like, I would love to corner, but so there's things like that. There's also the very real scenario that, like I said, like Hackelman's just one of those guys who like, I don't think you should, Chuck. You got nothing to prove. I don't want to be part of that. You know what I mean? Because he loves him. And he's like, I'm telling, by loving you is me saying I don't want to be involved. I've got guys that if I were to decide to fill Lace back up, they'd be like, I mean, I'll help you train if you want, bro, but I'm not really looking forward to being involved in that because they know that it's the game changes.
Art, I need your help right now. I'm going to call this guy on something. That's the second time he's opened that door. Did you guys notice? If I decide to lace him up again, prior to that, we had Richard Goodman, top matchmaker in California. They were talking and they were in cahoots. Well, you know what? I still have some in me, but the check has it has to be right. So there's still some unfinished business. Now, and I will go there. I don't know if you're comfortable where you're at with that weight. I just got off the phone earlier today with Poppy's Martinez. And he just, every word that comes out of my mouth is Co Escobedo. I can see the rematch taking place. You got to probably move all the way up to maybe 175 or something, but
I barely made weight for that.
Eat some tacos, bro.
I barely made weight for that fight.
Okay.
And it just...
Not even a catch weight?
That's never going to happen.
Okay, how about in chess? Will you play the man in chess?
I'd love to play the guy in chess. Sure.
Okay, there you go. Hey, right here, pay-per-view chess on the Fighter's Voice.
Bobby knows I love him, and unfortunately that's something that's never going to happen.
How hard is it as a trainer, or when you have to be honest with your fighters? Do you sometimes have to do you feel bad if you just don't train them and not a part of it? Or, hey man, I'm just being honest with you, you're going to go out with them?
That's a tough one.
It's a tough one, but I think that if you have structure in your organization, wherever it's at, and the fighter knows what is expected of him, and he's not living up to par, then he can have no really question or stake in how it's going to go. He's more than free to leave at any time, go to another camp or to another teacher, But for me to sleep
Yeah.
at night with a good conscience, I just personally can't put someone in a fight just to say, oh, I'm a trainer, I'm a fight coach.
There's trainers like that.
You know, for me, for a long time, I only had one fighter. And then I made a perspective in my brain, I would never have more than 5. You know, there were schools with stables of fighters. I was like, how do they manage that? Are they a special individual that I am not? I mean, so everyone has their own personal take on
Yeah.
how they do it, but for me personally, I need to know in that third round what he's capable of.
Yeah.
Can he dig? Is he doing that thing he did when he broke in the gym? I need to know him that personal, that closely, for me to be a trainer.
So you know his boundaries. You know, okay, I know my fighter. He's okay. I know he can hang with this because he showed me stuff leading up to this fight. He still has it. He can get out of this move. We can still win. And that's one thing that you identify with yourself. I mean, like a fighter being honest with himself. Are you honest with yourself as a trainer to allow your fighter to go in there? I mean, I know that's a tough question.
Absolutely, but I
Okay.
think it works 2 ways, because the trainer has to look for the talent and he has to instill the attributes that specific fighter needs, but then that fighter also has to trust the trainer. Without those 2 things, there's really not a connection, it's really not gonna work.
Okay.
Remember, there's a formula to it. Like, to have a successful fighter, there's gotta be a formula.
Let's flip the script here. I mean, we can have nothing. This isn't in the notes. If you were to make a comeback, who would be the first call that you would make? Just if.
Huh. That's a good one. Well, I already know the first phone call I would make, but I already know what they would say.
Well, you give the fighter's voice the first soundbite. That's automatic.
Well, yeah, that's, you guys have the in-gym exclusive.
That's right.
I don't know. It would be different. I'd have to look at, like I said, there's a lot of different people in the game right now. There's lots of places like I would go to specific people for certain things. There's lots of open doors, just at my disposal. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I'd have to make just one phone call. Tell you right at the bat, the first phone call I make, they'd be like, I'm not interested. Like, the first person I would follow about that, they'd be like, I'm not interested. And I know that, so I wouldn't even bother.
Because they care about you, or
Yeah.
they just.
Well, when I moved on, they shut that door.
Okay.
They were just like,
Close that chapter.
they closed that, exactly, there was no more need for it. We
But
moved
you know
on.
we're adding chapters to the book, and that we are going to re-release that in 2019 because the fighter's voice will be mentioned. So we'll help you release that.
We'll see about that, but,
You
no.
love that idea. That's a great idea.
I think, and honestly, I think it would be a lot, I think it'd be fun just to have the plethora of tools, the different gyms I'd be able to go to. Like, there's so many people that I could just do focused boxing with, like Evan, Coach B. There's just whole gyms, like Rudy, I go up to AK. There's so many different places I can go now that I wouldn't have to just do one. And I've got a whole team gym here in Fresno that I have at my disposal too. So it's like, it'd be hard on who I would call first. I think it would just be the gym I wanted to work out at first and say, hey, I'm gonna come and get some mat time.
Okay. We're going to take a commercial break. But ladies and gentlemen, did you notice he did not say, no, I'm not coming back? If you want to see Cole Escovedo back in the cage, maybe a charity match, or maybe a grudge match, maybe some unfinished business, get a hold of The Fighter's Voice. You can get a hold of us on our Facebook at The Fighter's Voice, the page, Instagram at The Fighter's Voice, our website, thefightersvoice.com. Get a hold of us, let us know. Let's get this man back in the cage. And I do want to say this, Nate Warren, okay, he's a writer and he wants to start writing for us. He said, if I come down to Fresno, do you think Cole let me take a picture with him? So he looks up to me, the guy watching, I said, absolutely. So Nate, I want to say, what's up, Nate, okay?
Tell him no.
No, he follows your career, So we're going to come right back from commercial break. Remember, the Fighter's Voice Knockout Radio Show. We're knocking out the competition. Cole's to get back in the cage and knock somebody the freak out. We'll be coming back with some more of Art and some more of Mark, because I got a bone to pick with him. We'll be coming right back. The Fighter's Voice.
Hi, I'm Jose Ramirez.
I'm Bob Arum.
Hi, I'm Robert Garcia, and I'm with the Fighter's Voice.
The only radio show knocking out the competition. Fighter's Voice Radio Show.
That's right, we're knocking out the competition and we're knocking you out. We're back in studio and we're ready to rock and roll. This is part 3. Mark is back in studio. But we got the other co-host, the one who's just a boxing guru, writes for Behind the Gloves with the beautiful Michelle and the Fighter's Voice. So basically he gets to have his cake and eat it too. And I know what I'm talking about, eat it too, okay? But I'll save that for the podcast. Welcome to the show, Mike. What's going on, my man?
Not much, just got out of work and came straight over here.
That's what I'm talking about, dedication, hard work, dedication. You took a page out of Floyd Mayweather, right?
Exactly.
So what's going on in the boxing world?
All right, so Chocolatito will now be fighting on the last HBO card. Injury. pull him out. They're trying to get Gallito Estrada on there. Not sure if it's going to happen in time, less than a week. Who knows if Gallito's in training.
So is that an all-female card we're talking about, or what's going on?
The main card, yes. It
Okay.
will be. Also, Oscar Valdez looks like he'll be back January 12th against, just lost his name, but a fighter from Spain.
Okay.
Again, if he wins, Carl Frampton beats Josh Warrington. There's the fight right there.
There is there.
The World Boxing Super Series, the semifinals are going to take place in February and March. Only thing is going to be the dates and the times, but those fights are pretty much set for February and March. We got Wild and Fury this week.
Yes,
Looking
sir.
great, looking forward to that very much.
Yes, sir.
And also, Chavez Jr. pulled out of the fight. Apparently, his dad told him no.
No, mijo!
Why do you tell him no?
I've heard different stories. One was just that he didn't think he was ready. I've heard other ones where
He physically looked chiseled.
he looked, yeah, exactly. So one of the stories I heard that's not picking up as much steam as everyone else was, obviously, people like to talk about Chavez, was that they were going to make a deal for him to actually lower the weight to where Angulo could feel better. And obviously that would have been bad. I mean, you've seen how
You
Chavez
can't,
was
yeah. No, you
at
can't do that.
164 against Canelo. I mean, no. So I guess his dad just told him no at the end of the day.
You know, even though I don't talk about that fight, I give him props because he didn't get knocked out. I don't know why he didn't let his hands go, but I mean, he has some whiskers on there.
Well, he did say that Canelo's power did make him double think a lot because he wasn't, he was surprised that Canelo was that strong.
Okay. I will talk about this. Locally, I've seen, what's going on, I mean, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what's going on with Joe Louis Lopez's Smoke Show, with Daniel Valdivia, you may know, with Marc Madman Hernandez, and Stockton's own Kilo, they call him the bad boy now, Kilo Madera. What's going on there? I mean, he's trying to create his own, Kilo Madera is trying to create his own middleweight tournament.
Yeah,
and you know what? Hats off to him, because he put on the promoter's hat.
Yeah, he's trying to have him for, have like a little round robin and fight.
I like it. Good job, Kilo.
He said he wants to fight Marcos and have Joe fight Danny, and then, winners face off.
So not only is Kilo promoting, he's matchmaking.
Yep, pretty much. He's setting it up. He's put, I think, 2 posts now about it, so.
Kilo, keep doing what you're doing. Don't give away your talent for free. You get your promoter's fee, you get your matchmaking fee, and then you collect your winnings fee, whoever you fight. Because, I mean, you seem like a man on a mission.
Yeah, and I like the idea about that. I also would like to see them, both of them, out of that group, they have fought each other.
Right.
Rematch the card.
Well, I tell you what, one name he didn't add, and I'd like to add, and that's Evan Solorio, the pit bull. I mean, he is ready to go, man. I want to see him lace him up again in the boxing ring. And you know what? Welcome back to the show, Mark. What's your whole take on that? Because Evan has hands.
Yeah, I've seen him spar. His MMA, I mean, he's amazing. I think he could go right into boxing.
I think so too.
I think he'd do great. Yeah.
No, that'd be good. I like to have Evan. And he did make a remark because he met with Rick Meridian and he said he whispered to him, "Hey, I'll see you in the ring next time." And speaking of Rick Meridian, brother got on a flight today to go take care of some business for Jose Ramirez. I mean, and that is that's what you call a manager right there.
Yep.
To drop what you're doing, your agenda, and say, you got to be here. The man dropped what he's doing, put his suit on, got on a flight, and he's taking care of business.
Yep.
And Jose Ramirez was out of his element this weekend. I mean, he went on social media and says, "Hey, I have nothing to do with this tournament. I am the champion of the world. It was not my idea to pull my name out of the hat. 1, I'm a fighter. 2, I'm a fighter. 3, I'm a fighter and I'm a champion. So don't go there."
Yeah.
And you know what? Good for him.
Yeah.
He showed the human side. Because it's good to be professional, it's good to be humble at the same time, but at the end, the fans that are paying for the tickets, the fans that are buying the pay-per-view, the fans that are sitting in the ringside seats, they want a reaction like that.
Exactly.
And good for him.
Yeah, I was a little surprised that he came out like that, but hey, I love seeing that.
Hey, we'll take that all day. Is that an airplane flying over or something? Hey, I'll take that all day. Mark, I got a bone to pick with you, man.
What's up?
Did you notice when Cole Escobedo, the co-host with the most, the Apache kid, when he left, he had a possession in his hand? He had a shirt. The dude comes all the way down here from Visalia, California, and brings one shirt for Cole. We have a guy on the board. We have a guy on the sound. We have a lady taking care of sales. We have Big Marc right here still in the studio.
That's why
We
you gotta
got
bring
Big
me
Mike
back.
right
That's why you
here.
gotta bring me back. So I can
Exactly. Just give me a hard time. Tell us about that information, about the website that we need to plug in.
Yeah, Fight to Win. You can get your tickets.
And that's for
Yeah,
December 7th.
Yeah, you get all the
Fresno
information.
Fairgrounds.
You get all the information at this site. It's ftwtix.com. You can pick which seat you want. They have VIP tables, general admission. I also have hard competition. All the fighters do.
Good.
And it's really cool the way they have it set up. So you go to get your tickets online, and you can select your tickets that you want, the kind of ticket seating that you want, and then you can pick your fighter. And when you pick your fighter, 20% of your ticket sales goes to that fighter, so they build up a purse.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's really cool. So that's how they're paying the fighters. Of course you get money as well to win by submission.
Yeah.
So it kind of forces the match to really get after it, which is really cool
Good.
too.
I think that's very tactical. That's good. So this is what I'm going to do. Probably not tonight, but tomorrow I'm going to put your poster back on there, and I'm going to say get a hold of you for tickets. Okay, I'm going to push it. I'm going to put it on the IG. I'm going to put it on the Facebook. We'll update the website, put that on there as much as we can leading up to that.
Yeah, I have a teammate too, Jonathan Smith. He's a brown belt.
Okay, pick me up.
Yeah, he was training with us for a while, and then he moved down to San Diego, started training with a world-renowned team, Atos.
Okay.
In San Diego. He got to train down there for a while, and he came back, man, and he put on weight.
Oh yeah.
Like not fat weight.
Oh, good weight.
He put on
Solid,
muscle weight,
healthy weight.
And I just roll with him. He's a monster.
There you go, man. That makes you stronger.
I feel sorry for the guy he's fighting.
Hey.
Because I roll with him, man. He's a beast.
Iron sharpens iron, my man.
Yeah, he's awesome though. I love it. Yeah, there's I got a lot of friends. There are from other teams, a lot of friends on this card. People, I swear, I think I looked at this card and I was trying to see there's more than 70% of this card are people who I've either been teammates with at one point or another, who I've trained with, who were actually students of mine at one point. Just crazy. And now
What time does that event start? What time does it start?
5:30.
5:30. 5:30, ladies and gentlemen, Fresno Fairgrounds. Come see this guy compete. There's also another event coming on at the Save Mart Center. Mike, I want you to break it down. Tell us all about it. December 7th. So I'm going to be going crazy. I mean, I'm taking my video guy. We're going to Save Mart Center. We're going to the fairgrounds. We're coming back. I got to see this guy compete. I also got to see Billy Evangelista compete. But I got to see Fresno Zone. I got to support the team. I wish I could be torn in half, but you know what? That's why we have a team. We're going to send another videographer to cover both events. We make sure we got it completely covered, and that's what a lot of people don't do. That's why I simply say we're knocking out the competition. When we're done, you're either going to want to grab the mic, put the headset on, or just throw in the towel. The rest is up to you. You've already made a choice. So tell us about December 7th.
Combate
Save Mart Center.
America here, Save Mart Center. Great event. I mean, 8-man tournament, old
Right here.
school
Boom.
MMA rules there.
It's awesome.
I mean, quick. I've been, talking with some of the people there. Been looking at some of the fighters' posts. You guys gotta look up Bullet Quintana. Watching his videos, and that guy's wrestling is incredible.
What about from Porterville, locally?
Herrera.
Yes, she got put on the card.
Yes.
Oh, Karina?
Yes,
And,
she's
yeah.
a beast, bro.
Yeah,
She's just not a beautiful face. She'll kick your lights out.
I've heard. And then I can't think of his name. The Fresno kid that just got added to the card.
Oh, Evan.
No.
Oh yes, Big Al.
There you go. Just got added to
Big
the
Al
card.
making his professional debut.
Yeah.
He was in a war with 559 fights, and you know what? I'm gonna take my hat off right now.
Oh!
Boom.
Oh!
Put it back on. Put it back on. The fighter's voice. We have a matchmaker in the house. Hey, she's humble. I'm not gonna mention her name. She's doing a great job. We're gonna watch her. We're gonna support her. Next week, we're bringing on that whole crew that's on there, and we're gonna help them because that's what we do at the Fighter's Voice. We're family here. There's no. It's just this guy or that guy. Our matchmaker is connected here, who's part of the Fighter's Voice. She's matchmaking for that, and she's put some fights together. And you know what? I'm proud of her. She's doing really well. Female matchmaker in Fresno, California. There you go. So tell us more about that card.
I mean, it's gonna be that 8-man tournament. The winner's gonna take home the trophy about the size of some regular sized people.
Yeah. I signed forward to that.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm looking real forward to that. Been in contact with them. They're a great company. Like the work they put out. It's gonna be on Univision, and then it's also gonna be on the streaming app, The Zone. So I mean, if you can't make it, watch it there. But I mean, the tickets are affordable to begin with, and just come support it, and come to both events if you can. If you have the time,
Exactly.
do it.
Tickets actually start at $30, and it's an 8-man tournament, $100,000 grand prize.
Yep.
It's the showdown, man. Tickets are available. They're on sale online. Go to their website. You can even go to Ticketmasters as well as the Save Mart Center box office. And hey, they start off at $30. Go support it. We're going to support you. We're going to be there. We're going to be everywhere, and that's what we do, man. I mean, you pretty much wrapped it up. Mike, your whole thing is I get a text from you every other day. Hey, this fight's happening. This guy fell out. This guy. You didn't just wake up today and say, okay, now I got to put this stuff together because there's a show. You live it, you breathe it, you are it. And that's the difference between other people that want to put a hat on and say, you know what, I'm going to throw my statistics out here. Because we can go and talk about statistics all day, but I don't want to lose the crowd. I don't want to bore you. I don't want to put you to sleep. If I want to put you to sleep, I'll give you some NyQuil or a shot of tequila and a tortilla. But I just want you here relaxing, having fun, and getting entertained at the same time. And I know Marc. He's getting ready to get on that mat. He's getting ready to entertain us because off the record, on his own free time, he entertains me all the time when we're at Tachi Palace, hanging out. The man has jokes. The man has skill. He's on the dance floor. He's on the talk floor. He's making it happen 24/7. My man Marc right here. I don't want to dismiss Marc being here.
And what time does these fights start for the MMA, for the Combate?
The Combate, I believe it's supposed to start
Later.
I think 6 o'clock.
I think it's late.
But the
The
ones
main
that'll be on the cards, like showing, is gonna be at 7.
So the main card starts at 7?
Yeah, and then at Univision, they're gonna, I think it's on tape delay.
Yeah.
So that one's gonna start at 9.
Well, if those, I don't know how long those matches are gonna go over there, but if there's an opportunity for me to get over there after I fight, I'm gonna try to. But at the same time, there's so many matches over there that I don't even wanna miss.
Yeah.
So I really wish these were on 2 different days.
Oh, I know. That's.
I don't know whose
Yeah.
fans that we gotta pound to make this happen right the next time.
The powers
But
that be.
man, if this could have been like Friday and Saturday,
Oh yeah.
man, they both,
That would've
that
been
been a
awesome.
slam dunk weekend, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, someone messed up.
I'm
I'm sorry. I'm
you know
sorry,
what?
I had to say that.
We're giving out some tickets, so if you leave a question or a comment, and we never said the guest couldn't leave a question or a
Exactly.
comment. I mean, you can be entitled, you can win probably a pair of tickets and have your cake and eat it too, like this guy does when he sees Michelle. So listen, Tyson Fury, man, let's talk about Tyson Fury in the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'll say the WBC American heavyweight champion of the world. Who do you got and why?
I got Deontay Wilder. Fury's he's a really good fighter. I'm not going to take nothing away from him.
Yeah.
He's shown he can get hit. When he's on though, I mean, it's just real hard. And you know, as you fight MMA, everything, when you're gone from the sport for so long,
Yeah, I've been gone from MMA for a while.
and,
For a long time.
but you were at the top of the top, and to be gone for 3 years, and then think you're just going to jump in with a guy that's fighting 2-3 times a year, stays in the gym, and you think you could hang with them. It takes a certain level. The only person I've ever seen that in boxing do it is Floyd Mayweather and Leonard when he was younger, but that's the only people I've ever seen.
Few exceptions, huh?
Yeah, and I mean, you see in MMA too, Cain Velasquez came back to fight Junior Dos Santos after being out a year or 2 years, got knocked out.
Chuck Liddell.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when Sugar Ray Leonard did it, I mean, and then he tried doing it against Terry Norris, he got knocked out. He
Exactly.
tried doing it against Hector Camacho, of course, he got knocked
Yeah.
out in the 5th round. But yes, he did flip the script when he came back against Marvin Hagler.
First,
That's
yeah.
because Marvin Hagler was showing wear and tear, so it's all about timing. And you got to remember, the man walked away, not from the WBC title, he was the undisputed, the IBF, the WBO, the WBA, and the WBC,
Yep.
had all the bouts because he
Oh,
beat
no,
the
no.
monster Klitschko. No, yeah, you're right, you're
He was
right.
missing one
Yes,
belt.
he was. And then he gained 100 pounds. Now to shed that, come back here,
Oh,
but
yeah.
you know what? He's already victorious because leading up to
Oh, yeah.
that, he beat demons.
Oh,
He
yes.
told drugs, he knocked him out. He told,
Depression.
yes, depression, he knocked it out. Weight gain, he knocked it out. So how do you tell a man who believes in himself, already has a victory, that he can't win? Unfortunately, he's in there with the brown bomber,
The bronze bomber.
beast, the bronze. I'm thinking Joe Louis,
Yeah.
man. I mean, the guy is a beast. He's
Yes.
undefeated.
And-
And I'd like to see him shake up the world a little bit, but at the same time, man, I mean, I got to go with the USA all day long, baby.
I mean, people talk about the way he fights, but he wins. I mean, and when he fought Ortiz this year, I thought Ortiz had him when he had him rocked, and
I bet he did too.
it takes a lot to come back from a heavyweight fighter to get hit like that and win by knockout. Wilder has that one hit. That's it. You're not waking up. I've heard it from different trainers, different fighters. Is he hits you, you're waking up next week trying to figure out what truck hit you.
But
And
on that topic though,
Yeah.
if you want to switch gears real quick to
Yeah.
MMA, as far as like being off from MMA and going back into MMA, as long as you're still competing in one dimension of it, I think it's easier to come back. If
Yeah.
I was, you know,
Ask
like,
Dominic Cruz that. He came back with no
he
rust.
did,
Yes.
he did, and yeah, he showed the world, right?
Yes, he did.
And in spectacular fashion.
And against a couple monsters.
Yes, and
GSP?
and you know, so if you're
Yes.
training, if you're still training the whole time, maybe not competing in MMA, maybe just jujitsu,
Yeah.
wrestling, you know, and then
Or stay in the gym.
all of a sudden, and you stay in the gym. Yeah, of course you can come
Yeah.
back. It's
But-
not like you're sitting on the couch the whole time.
Yeah.
So it just depends on what that fighter is
Yeah.
doing before he comes back.
But again,
Then
it's,
the possibility of the comeback is there.
is that, yeah, but again, it's the certain level, because,
Right.
like, if, you know,
It's a lot of factors.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
get it.
the only ones I've seen, St. Pierre, he came back and destroyed Bisping, and I mean, but St. Pierre is one of the greatest of all time. There's a reason.
Freddie Roach had a lot to do with that left hook.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
But he's been training with Roach for so long, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's not common that a fighter at the top of the game leaves,
Yeah.
and yeah, you know, you can keep training, you can do all of that, but he's not gonna come back. You're not gonna see someone that's at level to fight Daniel Cormier drop out and come back in 3 years and be like,
There-
I bet you I can beat him.
There's that special.
Except for John Jones.
There's that special.
There's always somebody.
Well, that's, I know he messed up, but I mean, you know,
Did you see the latest interview with Max?
no.
Uh-uh.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't even want to waste time on that.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm just, yeah, no, I've heard, but
Cole
yeah.
would be eating that up, man, and we'll change the subject. Unless he wants to come on the podcast, we welcome Jones. He can come over here all day long. We can talk. We can have a conversation. Now, here's one conversation I do want to have. I'm going to go to commercial break. I got to ask you this, man. Why the sport of MMA? When I look at you, you look very athletic, and you could have played either baseball. You could. I'm sure you did some wrestling, even some boxing. Why MMA?
I kick myself in the ass every day because I didn't wrestle in high school and I had Tim Vanny at my disposal. He bugged me for 3 years straight to wrestle and I did not wrestle.
So every man lives with a little bit of regret, but here you are today. You're competing. You're competing in a week and a half, man.
Yeah, so I just don't want to stop competing. It's like my fountain of youth.
There you go, man. Everybody
I
needs
can't
it.
stop.
No, exactly. It's
It's
almost
like a drug for me.
There you go. And so is getting your hand raised.
That's right.
And that's what we expect to see, ladies and gentlemen. Saturday, December 7th, you got to catch this man. Fresno Fairgrounds. He's not done yet, but we're going to take a commercial break. We're going to come back with Art, the one and only from Dungeon MMA, Fresno's own, and he's also enrolling new students. He has classes, self-defense classes. I can go on and on. I'm going to let the man tell you exactly what he's offering you, the public. And sometimes, I'm sure he has a certain class that's for free. Don't quote me on that because he's going to try to beat me up or collect from me and beat me up. Rich Ortiz, come back from commercial break. Remember, every fighter has a voice, and so do you. That's right, we're knocking out the competition and we're knocking you back out because you knocked us out, so that's a rematch to you. Welcome back to the show, Dungeon MMA, Art Peraza. Let's talk about, before we went to commercial, I was talking about some of the classes and exactly the gym, the foundation of the gym. Because you shared with me before when we talked in private, a lot of people didn't think you would succeed. A lot of people didn't think you'd be around today, that your gym was shut down. But you continue to fight, open doors, and have that opportunity. And you got one of the nicest gyms in Fresno, California, because we were there for a while. Nice office.
Thank you.
And it's. I watched the videos you put up, and I see everybody there. They're participating and having fun. Talk to us about it.
Well, to be honest, I mean, it's just a karate school. And then I had one individual that wanted to fight, and I personally just didn't want to train fighters. And that just kind of took off. I was a football coach. You break down film. You pump them up, so it was like the same thing. I fell in love with it. I can't even lie. But we currently have self-defense classes. We have jiu-jitsu classes, kickboxing, boxing, MMA, and then we have fitness classes, women's cardio kickboxing, kids classes.
And you got a class with the ladies too, how to keep themselves safe. Talk to us about that. I know
We
you
do
were
that.
doing that.
We do that quarterly.
Okay.
I do a women's self-defense class, and basically it's like a cliff note. A Cliff Note class is 3 hours, it's a seminar, and we just go over various situations or scenarios for women's self-defense.
Okay. Especially now the holidays, and you know, I mean, it's hey, rather have that than put it in your pocket and leave it there, but you're able to withdraw and have that. Because we all have wives, there's all those ladies in our lives, and they need to protect themselves.
Oh, yeah.
So you have from your average Joe to your professional athletes in there.
That's correct.
Yeah, because one time I saw Billy Evangelista leaving the gym. Professional athlete, and then I saw somebody like reading a flyer, like their first time there. So, do you give them the same rate? Is it the same days? And you know, if somebody wanted to join today, when can they come in?
Today.
Today. And what are your hours on the gym?
I'm there in the morning, so I made it very, very clear that you hear a lot of people when you're teaching, you're not really a pinnacle teacher yet. Well, if you had morning classes, I'd be a world champion. Or if you had a class at this time, so I have classes in the morning, classes in the evening. Excuses, they're on you now. You know what I mean? So I created opportunities that they could train in the morning. So 9 to 11 every day, Monday through Friday, there's a class, a striking class. We have jiu-jitsu Tuesdays and Thursdays from 5 to 6:30. Kids classes Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5:30, 6:30. Self-defense Tuesdays and Thursdays, 5 to 6. Women's cardio kickboxing Tuesdays and Thursdays, 6:30, 7:30. Saturday mornings, 9:30, 10:30. Then I have a 6-week fit camp, 6:30 a.m. in the morning. I have private class before that, 5:30 to 6. And, you know, the ones that are really traveling, I might get up at 4:30. And I got my first one in for the day. So I actually merged with Bidwise.
Yeah.
So they have a gym there. It's called Double Time Fitness. And I'm doing some of my boot camps over there now.
Okay.
We're cross-promoting each
A
other.
little collaboration there.
Yeah, so I'll be speaking there this weekend at the Fitwise production.
Okay.
And it's owned by Bidwise, but basically the
What time is that? Where's that at?
That's going to be at 9 to 3 p.m. on Saturday.
Okay.
And that's going to be December 1st.
Okay.
And that's going to be in their auditorium there. And the whole concept is like TED Talks, if you will. But it's going to be focused on fitness. So basically they're going to be discussing dietitians, powerlifting, running, MMA, what is it, that like fitness model type of stuff.
Yeah,
There'll be a lot of, just the whole segment is just on fitness alone, so different aspects of fitness. So I'm just speaking on MMA for about 30 minutes.
Okay, well that's good. I mean, you're offering Fresno something that's positive. You're right across the street from the Fresno beat. I mean, you're not hard to find. You're easy to find, and right in there. And you know, there's enough to go around because there's other gyms. They always want to compete. They want to say their gym is this and that. And when you walk in his gym, man, you see everybody working, especially when you first. Well, you've been in a nice office, man, and the furniture too, man. Some of that's all personal pieces, and I could tell too. He said, because like I bumped the table one time, and when I moved, he kind of like straightened it out, just make sure everything's up to par. But that's okay, man. I respect that stuff, and there was some nice woodwork there, nice pieces. Did you see the swords that are hanging in there?
Oh yeah.
So basically, if he can't slam you, he'll cut your head off, or something else off, something, an arm off, something.
Make a mistake and you're not leaving
And that's it, man. Hey, man, you want to be your first mistake will be your last mistake.
Exactly.
Man, we don't want that happening. But listen, the fighter's voice, man. 2019, that's around the corner, but we're still rocking in 2018. Our team is getting stronger. We're learning more. There's more opportunity, and you know what? It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. You know, you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life.
Absolutely.
To do something, to give people a platform, an opportunity to speak. And you know what, hey, I'm just glad we've been blessed and we've been asked to do this and provide this for you, the listeners, the viewers, because without you guys, this is your show. We would not exist. Now, speaking of existing, anybody that wants to get on this new weight challenge, that wants to lose weight, that wants to get in shape, don't wait till January to sign up. Go hit up Dungeon MMA.
Exactly.
Now, if you tell them the fighter's voice sent you, Art's probably going to kick my butt, you get a 10% discount. You say the fighter's voice sent me to Dungeon MMA to lose weight, to get in shape. Richard said, I want my 10% discount. That's fine. Sign up, he'll deliver it, okay? Okay, I don't want to get choked out or tapped out or treat me like a collector, because I've heard the stories. Big Al Perez Jr. says, yeah, he's a bad dude, man, and you know, don't cross him, don't do that. I go, bro, I've never met him. He was cool, he's fair, he's you know, I'm fair but I'm firm, like Joe Cortez. He's not, dude, he don't just bust you up to like break your knuckles and bang your hand like Steven Seagal style, dude. You know what I mean? But it's all
He never
good.
took his eyes off you when you're doing that 10%
No,
discount.
I know. He said, you're writing a check you can't cash? Now, my dude took me out to eat the first time we had lunch, man. I mean, I won't tell him the story exactly. That's for the podcast. About the waitress who came up to us.
That's crazy.
I was like, what the heck? I thought she was joking. I thought she was talking to you. Right?
That was too much.
It is, and we're going to say that for the podcast. So we can't give it all to you right now, but we're going to give you the most that we can give you, the best that we can give you. Mike, I got to ask you this, man. We're still waiting on Tyson Fury. There's still an opportunity that we can be there. I don't want to say our fingers across because I don't believe in luck.
Yeah.
But if not, at least we threw our names out there, and we're out there. But I'm looking forward to December 7th, Fresno, California, man. I mean, our team is a part of it. Our team is involved in it and working it right now. And man, the future looks so bright, man. And, I mean, the studio that we have right here, a lot of people, they just see the green screen, or they just see what's in front of us. They don't know the detail of what happens here. Guys, Mad Production Studio, if you need a photo shoot, if you need a professional promo video done, whatever you need, a documentary, I hope this table don't fall down, a documentary, anything, hit us up at Mad Productions and Entertainment. Tell them the fighter's voice sent you, we'll give you another 10% discount. KP's gonna say, dude, come on, you gotta quit it with a 10% discount. But that's what we do, because 10 happens to be my son's favorite number, so good thing he didn't like 25.
Exactly.
Right? And Richie has my back constantly. What's going on in the fight news? You got another fighter competing soon. I reached out and I continue to have contact with Garcia, with Nate. When can we see him back in there? When's the next time?
Defends his title this month on the 22nd.
December 22nd, 5 fights, correct?
That's correct.
And that's going to take place, is that Visalia, or where's that going to take place at?
In Fresno.
Fresno, okay, what part of Fresno?
I think it's gonna be at the Rainbow Ballroom.
Oh dang, that's old school right there. Selena's saying there,
Right in
man.
my neighborhood.
That's right.
I got a little touch though from there when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, Selena was there. Fresno, California.
A lot
Wow.
of people have been there, right?
Man. Well, yeah, there used to be boxing there.
Yep.
That was back in the day.
That's where I think we watched Chavez de Loy when I was a kid. I believe.
Oh
it was
yeah,
that.
on the circuit there.
Yeah, that was a dangerous
That-
day if you're out there.
Yeah,
Loy event.
oh yeah, it was Black Circuit TV.
Yep.
Dang, that's old school right
Yep.
there. You know what I was just doing the other day, and I was talking to my PR guy. I said, you know what? A lot of people just think, and I'm not bragging. I'm just telling the truth, that I just woke up and I wanted to get behind the microphone. But I was in the attic the other day, and I got some cassettes. I got some interviews when I interviewed Lou Duva. I asked him about Andrew Galata. I'm on the phone with Emmanuel Stewart, talking about Tommy Hearns and talking about different fights.
Greatest trainer ever right there.
Michael Moore, because he used to train Michael Moore, and he never went to cruiserweight. Went from light heavyweight, skipped cruiserweight, went straight to heavyweight. We got some stuff with Frankie Randall, Carl Keane, and I wouldn't believe me either. Guys, I wouldn't believe me either until you listen to it. But we're going to have a new segment coming up in 2019. It's going to be called Back in the Day. We're going to play some old audio when I was on the phone with Don King, and I was talking to him. You can hear a 24-year-old just, I kept interrupting him, man. I was new to the game, but actually, I didn't just wake up and say, all of a sudden I want to do this. Okay, there's a lot of history behind it, and I don't need to read my resume to anybody. I don't got to prove anything to anybody. We have an open seat. You're more than welcome. If you got a story to tell or you got a fight, hey, you're more than welcome. The fighter's voice, the only choice that matters. We're just knocking out the competition. Mike, when I first met you, man, I looked you up and down, and I saw your work ethic there. I said, we got to get this guy. And I bumped into you where? To LA?
Carson at the Valdez and Quick.
We were doing the Andy Benson's fight.
Valdez and Quick and Carson.
Oh, the first time.
Yeah, no. The first time, yeah, it was Ventus at Tashi.
Yes.
And then, yeah, about a year later.
So you got to come
Carson.
over to the team.
Yep.
Man, we got a story to tell.
And with that, as you were saying, you haven't, you didn't just start doing this.
Yeah.
Same thing here. Didn't just start, and I earned my stripes. Talk to different fighters. Won't name drop. I'm not like some other people. That want to just throw names out there. But I know this person, that person. But my resume speaks for itself. I started interviewing world champions 3 months into the game. I'll just make it that simple.
I wish you had a microphone with you constantly, because you talk to these fighters directly. They call you on the cell phone. You have conversations with them on the cell phone. And I want to say this, because I wanted to jump in when Cole was talking about, my man offered Cole to commentate. He didn't ask me, but it's okay. I actually met Cole when I was ring announcing, and they said, hey, Rich, I need you to commentate. And I'm glad I didn't know who Cole was. Or I would have probably been intimidated. But I just said, no, I'm going to let it fly. Here we go, boom. And the first thing goes, how long have you been commentating? I said, forever. He goes, yeah, I can tell, brother. Keep it up. And boom, I'm Cole, I'm so-and-so. Well, I did forever, like in front of the TV.
Yeah,
I'd sit
exactly.
down and say, oh, man, look, watch his feet, his head move. Oh, he's done. The arm bar. Oh, look at it. Oh, no. So just from sitting down on the couch, and I remember I used to sit down and say, I know, well, I'm going to say it. I know one of these commentators, but I'm sitting down. And I'd get so frustrated. I'd get like, so I owed this to Mark Davis. He said, I'm going to have you're going to come back and do it. I said, nah, he was doing the floors at the time. Old guy I used to work with. I don't want to say old guy, old video guy I used to work with. He was doing the floors, and he said, I'm going to get you to get back into the game. So Mark, I appreciate that. Thank you. We got to have you on the show. Mark Davis Photography, a big plug for him, and he's going to be working for Top Rank Boxing someday. You know Mark. Mark takes good shots.
Oh, he's
good
a great
shots.
cameraman.
Oh, yeah.
Great.
Him, and of course, you got the legend. You got Mike.
Oh, Mikey Williams, great dude. Nothing but respect for that man. I mean, those pictures that they put up.
Yeah, but I don't want to shoot myself in the foot. We got the videographer, we got KP in the house. He does stills.
Talking about legend, there you
Oh,
go.
exactly, and he got a dark room back there because he'll do photo shoots, bathing suit stuff too there. And I didn't even want to walk in on him like that, because I would have probably, I probably would have been upset, said no invite. I'll hold the card or something. You need me to hold like a shadow or something for you? I got you, bro. Or you need me to touch up and airbrush somebody? I will.
You got the oil ready for you?
Hey, we got it all right there. No, man, that's my dude right now. But before 2019, we're going to have the whole team on the show. So you're going to ladies and gentlemen, you are getting quality. You're not just getting somebody, a student. You're getting quality as far as videography, as far as working the board. My man is a marketing expert. When he's ready, I'm going to reveal his name. Right now, I call him the Invisible Man. And I want you to take that thought, because we're going to come back from commercial break, even though I went overboard. Remember, the fighter's voice, the only choice, knocking out the competition, the only voice that matters. Rich Ortiz, we got Big Mike, we got Big Art, and we got Marc chilling right here, competing December 7th. The Fighter's Voice Knockout Radio Show.
Hi, I'm Jose Ramirez.
I'm Bob Arum.
Hi, I'm Robert Garcia, and I'm with the Fighter's Voice.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Fighter's Voice, and this is our closing segment. It's the last segment of the evening. We got to touch on some things here that are very important to the Valley, to the 559, to Fresno, California, because that's what we do. We take care of our own, and then we take care of the rest. I want to talk about December 7th. I want to bring that back up. There's a big name that we got to add that's also competing, Art, and that's the comeback of Billy Evangelista. I mean, he was on the show earlier. He talked about if the offer was right, he's willing to come back. He looked like a fit machine. Talk to us about what's going on in his life.
Just that, you know, he's been talking about he wanted to compete again. I know he just been on the show the week before, and the opportunity came up with the show. He's like, there's going to be a grappling match. I want to compete, and so we got a hold of the promoter, and he got him on the card. So it'll be in the gi match, and he's pretty excited. So he's going to be on the same card that Marc's going to be on. Fight for you.
You also got some other fighters, some other black belts you want to
What's
mention.
gonna be our
What's going on
instructor?
in the news? Your instructor, who is that?
Well, my instructor is Matt Smith, so I'm merged
Okay.
with Pacific Martial Arts.
Okay.
And the black belt that he sent that teaches at my academy is Ed Crema. He'll be competing that night against Michael Martinez. So it's
Okay.
going to be a pretty good matchup. I'm pretty excited.
So
for
you
it.
got teachers competing against one another.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of these matches are instructors competing against each other from different schools. So Martinez is part of the elite team, and he has a school over in Lemoore. He's a former teammate of mine as well, and Eduardo Crema is former teammate of mine as well.
Right.
So it's, I mean, that's what I'm saying. The matchups are so awesome. So
You know, I was talking to you on the phone, and you were driving all the way from Visalia. What gym do you train at? Where's your home gym at? Or what's your gym that your foundation? What do you call home?
I co-own Vitruvian Martial Arts. We have two of them. We have one in Visalia and one in Dinuba, and they're inside of Fit Republic. I co-own them with Rodney Franz. He's also a black belt.
Okay.
He had a couple injuries recently, and he's out of the competition scene at this time, but I think he wants to come back. You know, just like his school, we do a lot of kids jiu-jitsu classes. We do kids and adults jiu-jitsu classes. We do Muay Thai. We're merged with One Kicks Muay Thai and MMA.
Okay.
So we have their instructors come over and teach our Muay Thai program. So we have Crew Fair Bruce. He's a pretty good coach. He actually helps Marion Renault, UFC fighter, helps her with her striking as well. I know she also has a boxing coach. I think Garza.
Yeah,
boxing.
she's national. She comes on TV. You see her on Fox. You
I
see
was
her
just
live.
I was just messaging her on the phone earlier. I was trying to get a hold of her, but anyhow. But yeah, so Vitruvian Martial Arts inside of Fit Republic. And you know, it's really cool. Like, people come in there, you know, they don't have babysitting. So instead of like paying like a babysitter when you go into a gym, drop your kid off and have them come learn a life skill.
Exactly.
Learn
There you go.
an art that can save their life one day
Exactly.
while you work out.
And teach them discipline.
And teach them discipline on top of that. So I think it's a great way. That's why we merged with the Republic, and I'm really happy with our merger with them. So
I like that. You know, I used to, back in the day, I used to drop my kids off with my mom. And she goes, no. She was, give me homework, give me something. I'm not going to just have them there and give them a coloring book. I mean, Richie and Cassie, they were learning Spanish. They know more Spanish than I do. So, I mean, I see that nurturing, you know. I mean, you make good use of their time.
Yeah.
Forget the TV, forget the coloring book, let them learn how to defend themselves, have confidence, and have structure and discipline.
that's right.
And you know what? I love when gyms come together, because basically they say, "Oh no, our gym. They don't want. They better take that back. They're not the only one." If you use the word "only,"
You know-
I mean, people get offended. But when I hear about gyms working together, I mean, that's what it's all about.
I try to make it my gym like an open door policy.
Okay.
I want people to cross train. I have a female who was supposed to be on this fight to win card, and she.
Who is that female?
Her name is Vanessa Retis.
Okay.
She's known as Ness on Facebook. She's Zeal Jiu Jitsu, but she won the IBJJF no-gi and gi worlds in 1 year, twice,
Accomplishment.
and then 3-time Pan American champion at 3 different belt levels 3 years in a row. You know, so she's done a lot, and there's no reason why she should have been on this card. And I don't know why they didn't push to get her on that card, but maybe she'll get on the next one.
What's her weight?
She's 100 and fights about 135s, brown belt.
Okay, you know what? We got to give her information to our matchmaker And she'll find her some events that are coming up, because that's what she does, man. Our matchmaker's so proud of her. She's doing really well. Actually, when I came in the studio, she was leading. She was working. She was on the grind. She had that professional self in her, and she was just grinding. That's her job, to get matches. So
That's cool.
you got to make sure you guys.
I'll make sure she gets her name.
Absolutely. I like to see when gyms come together, man, because when you come together and you're teaching together and they're willing to work together, sky's the limit, man. Art, you've been doing this for a while. How long exactly have you been doing this?
Training, like 36 years.
36 years.
Wow.
So you're getting 36 years of experience, and you're going to see 36 years of experience take place December 7th, because his pupils, his impact that he's having on these fighters will be competing. Fresno Fairgrounds. Get your tickets. My man put up all the information there. You can get a hold of me at The Fighter's Voice. I'll help promote it, I'll help push it, and give you the information to get your tickets for the Fresno Fairgrounds. December 7th, Save Mart Center. Get a hold of anybody on the Fighter's Voice team. We're going to be a part of that. We're helping distributing. That's going to be a great event. We talked about the trophy they're giving out. We're talking about the grand prize. That's the things that will be on national TV. There's tickets on sale as we speak, and they're very feasible. $30. A lot of people spend more at the bar or more at the clubs, and that's okay.
More on fast food, man.
Yeah, more on fast food. And I got no beef with that. But get some entertainment. Get some entertainment, or reach out to The Fighter's Voice with your best question or comment, and we're going to give out 4 tickets. And if you think I'm not, yes, we're going to blast your name. These are the ticket winners. You got to give us, your email, your full name, and we'll leave you at the call window. I believe that's the way it works.
Yep.
Is that the way it's done, Mike?
That's going to be the way for this one. We'll have other events too. So.
Yes, I do want to touch on this. I'm sorry. Next Tuesday, The Fighter's Voice in collaboration with
The MDA and Combate America.
What are we doing? A toy giveaway or something?
We're doing a toy drive, so you guys come donate a toy. It's for the muscular dystrophy. They have a party for the kids December 9th.
And they leave with a ticket or something, right? The first 20 people or 30, what is it?
We're actually going to put them into a drawing, and
Ooh, okay.
whoever wins.
Well, then we'll give us some gifts, so everybody's gonna leave with something.
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay,
You're not
absolutely.
leaving empty-handed.
No. Now you can get Escobedo's autograph or get a picture of him, and you can look at it all day. Whatever you want to do. Poppy's may be there and get a freaking picture of Cole. Whatever it takes to get him back in the cage, man.
And I'll also offer 10% discount if you mention The Fighter's Voice at my gym.
Absolutely. That's what I'm talking about. Grab the microphone, man. so let's talk about that discount.
Yeah, so mention The Fighter's Voice. Come in at Fit Republic in Visalia and sign up for Vitruvian Martial Arts Kids program, adult programs. We do veteran discounts, first responders, law enforcement, fire department. We try to take care of the community, but we'll give you an additional 10%. Just tell them Marc Cruz said so on The Fighter's Voice.
That's right. You see how his voice got deep, man? He's trying to take my job, and I think he will take my job, and he's going to take my job. That's what we do here. We network. We help one another. That's going to be the secret to our success, and it's actually no secret. It's called no hating allowed. We got a sign as you walk into Mad Production Student Entertainment that says no hating allowed. That's why a couple people, they just get in their car and take off.
Yeah.
And I can
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Absolutely. But I'm looking forward to December 7th, man. I'm looking forward to your girl getting a fight, man, because she got to work hand in hand. And Yoli's doing a great job, man. Hats off to her. I can't say enough. But the toy drive, man, it's good to be a part of something positive. And knowing that one kid that normally wouldn't get a toy is going to get a toy from The Fighter's Voice in collaboration with
Combate America.
Exactly, and that's the way we do things. Ladies and gentlemen, remember, drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. Follow us on our YouTube. YouTube.com/The Fighter's Voice. Instagram @The Fighter's Voice. Our website, thefightersvoice.com. And as always, I dedicate this show. Te quiero mucho, mijo Richie. I love you with all my heart, son. Thumbs up for Richie, and it's a wrap.
Okay, fight fans, it's not goodbye, but until next week. Remember, it's always voiceography at its finest. So on behalf of Richard Ortiz, Cole Escobedo, the special guests, and all the crew right here at the Kick-Ass Podcast, saying hasta luego, babies. And always, thanks for listening.